Good morning.
Morning.
Are you excited for your day of eating?
I am.
Okay.
Let's begin. So first thing, I like to eat immediately because I'm hungry. I wake up pretty hungry. So we start out with my first breakfast, which is...
Why are you throwing things?
Rice cakes with almond butter and jam and banana.
And lemon juice?
The lemon juice is for a lemon water concoction. Ivy,
She's just testing it.
that one's yours. Excuse me.
What's the recipe for this?
It's 10 ounces of water and 1 to 2 tablespoons lemon juice and quarter teaspoon pink Himalayan sea salt. And I heat mine up.
So what does this do?
I'm not, well, it definitely, there's some science behind it. I guess the acidity helps balance your stomach's pH, and then electrolytes in the pink Himalayan sea salt. There's some talk of it potentially lowering your overall cortisol levels. I'm not sure if there's actually science behind that, but for me it's more just getting in water right first thing in the morning. Plain rice cakes.
How plain?
I used to do 1 caramel, 1 butter popcorn, but I switched off of that because I actually cut corn out of my diet for a while, and the caramel corn, both of them have popcorn ingredients in it.
Have popcorn
Corn ingredients. So I decided to just stick with the plain, even though I do eat a little corn here and there now.
It's new almond butter day.
But this one you don't really have to stir very much.
Nice.
8.
Is 8 the goal?
8 is the goal.
How often do you break the rice cake when you spread it?
Not actually very often, which is a skill.
Whoa.
Have I been doing this since you've known me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to actually eat oatmeal first thing, but then it was too much liquid, and I would go running early, so I would have to always pee on my run. So this is a little bit drier, but I used to actually have toast, and then I switched to rice cakes. Okay, so next, blueberry jam.
I like that even for this video, you can't be bothered to use the island and make filming easier.
I guess I could. Okay. Got 10 grams of jam. And then last,
Why do you go with blueberry and not something more delicious like strawberry?
no, blueberry is the best. I don't weigh the banana, but it's usually between 30 and 35 grams.
You've just been doing this long enough.
I
that
just
you can
know.
Guess.
I just know. I like really thin slices.
Yes.
When we were in Remember when we were in Ottawa with Paul and I was telling him my snack, because I actually have the same snack before bed, and he was all excited, and his banana slices were like that thick.
Yeah. Because he copied your snack.
Yeah, and I was like, they're doing it all wrong. Okay. That's first breakfast.
What's your day looking like today?
I have to work at 6:30 now. Probably work, if we're quick, till about noon. And then we're gonna go out to the river, which is about 15 minutes drive for a run. I have 20 kilometers today. And then after that, maybe a little bit more work and have dinner and chill.
What do you eat before you run? You gonna change anything up for the day?
Yeah, so breakfast will stay the same. Lunch will vary depending on when we get out there, because usually I eat lunch around 1. So if we're running around that time, I won't eat lunch right before. So I might have like a small lunch and then a snack after and a bigger dinner. It really depends, because running, you really don't want to have anything in your stomach. At least I don't.
Yeah.
Probably a fewer vegetables, just because vegetables can
Make you poop your pants.
Yeah, or they're just not as easy to digest.
Yeah.
But probably I'll probably go with my usual big breakfast and then a little snack. And then make up for some missed calories at the end of the day.
What are you eating now?
A bite of your stroopwafel.
Is that something that you do every day?
It is. Here you go.
Thank you.
And I have 1 cup of coffee with a dash of almond milk.
Why only 1?
About probably 9 months ago, maybe almost a year now, I cut out coffee because I got my cortisol levels tested. And they were super high, first thing in the morning. So I decided to cut out coffee because caffeine can make that worse. So, and I do wake up pretty much raring to go, ready to work. That's why we work earlier in the day. Always done it. And then I slowly started, probably about 4 months ago, I started incorporating a little bit of coffee, kind of sips and stuff here and there. And then I graduated up to 1 cup, and I feel pretty good with just 1 cup. And it's it's enough. Mm-hmm. Before that, I was probably drinking 2.5 or 3 some days. So
yeah, it's the best way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm about to make breakfast number 2. About 2.5 hours after breakfast number 1.
Second breakfast.
Yes. All right. So for breakfast, I have Palumbo's chicken sausage, which is just pretty low fat, pretty low sodium. They're made in Calgary, so they're pretty good, high quality chicken sausage. Because you gotta get the protein in at breakfast. It's the hardest thing for people is protein at breakfast. And usually we make 9 every so often, so I have one each morning for a week. And then I have a big ass bowl of oats.
How big is a big ass bowl? How many servings do you have?
Well, it's too much. I think this is 3. I do 3 servings.
3 servings?
So it ends up being it ends up being 60 grams of carbs of oats. Wow. 90 grams. Sometimes I go more, sometimes I go a little less, but usually around 90 grams. Pop that in the microwave. This is the extent of my cooking. My sups.
What do we got?
Just the basic ones. got magnesium, zinc. I do take vitamin B and vitamin D also, like drops, and then fish oil.
You gonna take them all at once?
2.
2.
Three.
Is it stuck?
No, but they do get stuck frequently. So then I usually have to eat something to get it down.
Ouch. How long have you been eating this exact breakfast?
Couple years. I used to not eat oatmeal because it used to mess up my stomach. And so I was eating oatmeal, and then I switched off oatmeal and ate like a rice, broccoli slaw, and chicken sausage breakfast for my second breakfast. And then recently, well, not recently, switched back to the oatmeal. Frozen blues. I try to have a fruit or vegetable at every meal. My dentist told me that the blueberries were staining my teeth, but worth it.
Worth it for the antioxidants.
They apparently stain like the inside of your teeth.
Yeah.
But it's important to have like a quick breakfast because it's like right in the middle of work. So, and then I do a bunch of honey.
Wow. You're like Winnie the Pooh. Just stick your hand in there.
I used to go with the maple syrup, but honey's actually tastier.
See, I disagree with that.
In oatmeal, I find it tastier. So I do about like 25 grams of honey, which I don't even know how many carbs that is. You know, people say like, don't eat or you should put your carbs around your workouts, which I do, but I eat a fair number of carbs, and I'm pretty hungry in the morning, so I like to have a big breakfast to tie me down.
To tie you down.
Tied me down?
Tithe you over, I believe is the saying.
Tithe?
Tithe.
You know, that wasn't my own saying that I just made up.
I mean, you clearly just
Tie
made
me
it up.
down. Tie me down. Yesterday I was like, there was a little spot of blueberry jam on the couch, which I'm like, I don't even know how that got there. So I was like, hey Meredith, hypothetically speaking, if I were to stay in the couch, how would I get it off? And Meredith's response was, wait, did you stay in the couch? So my mom brought over something that helped. It was a tiny little spot.
It was inevitable.
So, as I mentioned, I work about 6:30 until like early afternoon, depending on the day. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we are doing check-ins with clients. So that takes up the bulk of the day. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are reserved for more like social media, administrative stuff. And then we do a bit of work on Saturday, Sunday if necessary. Like nutrition coaching, you're really just looking at people's logs and touching base with them and making sure everything's going well, and if it's not, discussing their problems or something that we can change from a nutrition or training standpoint. So it's a pretty fun job. I mean, you're mostly just talking to people most days, but and it's somewhat flexible, but we usually try to keep a pretty good schedule so people know when we're going to be checking in with them. It's I sit a lot during the day, but just means I have to eat a little less because I'm not burning as many calories as maybe somebody with a more active job.
Do you like it?
Do I like my job?
Yeah.
Depends on the day.
Who's your favorite client?
Susie Smith.
Susie. Right.
Petunia. I love all of them.
Larry.
My favorite clients are the ones that, I mean, I always like the ones who just can get it right away. But then I really like people who struggle at first and kind of like get to the point where they've got their shit together. Because you feel like you've really accomplished something with them. So, depends on the day.
Is Ivy helping with your lunch?
Mm-hmm. She's always helpful.
Pre-chewing the lettuce.
Yeah.
Of course. What are you having?
I'm having half of a sandwich. Bread. I'm only having a small lunch today because we're going running in a couple hours, and I really don't want to have much in my stomach for that. And I ate big breakfast.
Are you gonna eat anything before the run?
Yeah, I'll probably have a bit of Gatorade and maybe some like gummies or something.
What kind of meat is that?
It's pork tenderloin barbecued a couple nights ago.
By who?
Meredith. Again, thin slices. Just thin is always better. I don't know what that is.
Is this your grandmother's recipe?
Mm-hmm. And then I put some cheese. I use goat cheddar. It's really tasty.
What
But I cut the slices very thin because I don't want too much fat for the run. And then I have some veggies, not very many because I'm running again and I don't really like to eat veggies around my workouts, but I have a rule that I try to get a fruit and vegetable in at every meal, so that's kind of my go-to when I don't want like a big salad or something. And then throw some lettuce for freshness. Now, I'm a spreader. I like to make sure that the mustard is spread.
Do you always use really expensive knives to spread your mustard?
Yeah. And voila. That is gourmet. That is gourmet.
I don't know if gourmet is the word that I would use, but it's not bad.
Driving to the river for my run.
How long are you going?
20K at 5:15 pace per kilometer.
What's that in miles per hour?
8
Minutes
something?
Minutes per mile.
8 something?
I think it's like 8:10.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's like my slow pace.
What are you running? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Like, what are you training for?
Oh, I'm gonna sign up for a road race, a marathon, I think.
I thought that was a done deal.
It is. I haven't announced it yet. So
Okay.
I'm running a marathon.
Which one?
Chicago. I'm gonna do it with Team in Training with Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and raise some money because not obviously, I lost my sister and my grandma within the span of a month. Like, it was like 10 years ago to leukemia, so the cause is close to my heart.
Have you done one before?
I have. I did San Francisco in 2012.
Are you trying to PR your marathon?
I don't know if I can do that.
What is your marathon PR?
It's like, I think it's 3:26 something.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty tough one to beat. My goal right now is to run faster than that, but we'll see how training goes.
Yeah.
The key is not to get injured before I run the marathon.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause you're
old now.
Older and a little bigger.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Is this your only workout for the day?
It is.
What's 20 kilometers in miles?
I don't know, what is it, 13?
Around 13.
Just
yeah.
under?
12.8, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty good. It's almost a half marathon.
Yep.
So how many runs are you doing per week?
So I run 3 times per week now, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I train on the other days. I'm doing 2 like strength CrossFit based sessions. So I train 6 days a week, only once on Wednesday and Friday after work. Mondays are my rest day, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday are 2 days, 2 workouts per day.
You feel like you're getting weaker?
I think I'm not getting weaker, like my strength numbers aren't that bad, but like power isn't really there. Like my legs are a little bit like fatigued, I would say.
Yeah.
Like I was doing power snatches yesterday, and I'm like, okay, so now my power snatch is 140. But whatever, I'm not training for anything CrossFit-y right now, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Looks like it's a pretty nice day for a run.
Yeah, it's raining. Not ideal, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go for a run because it's raining.
It's just a little water.
It's just a little water.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, let's get there. Did you just drop trout in a parking lot?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nothing that no one hasn't seen before.
Just putting it out there. What kind of shoes do you run with?
These are Saucony Triumph. I really enjoy the Saucony Kinvara 12, but they're just not as cushiony. So for the longer runs, I go with a more like cushioned shoe.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, they're pretty good shoes.
So what are you gonna take with you on the run for like snackies?
Take these like hammer gels. They're 20 grams carbs. I think these ones might have some caffeine in them. Actually, I don't think these ones do. You can get caffeine, but they're like, I usually take it at 40-minute intervals. So I'll take one today at 40 minutes and then one at like 1 hour and 10 or 1 hour and 20. They help a lot.
You have a little like belt thingy?
Yeah, I do. Heart rate monitor.
You excited? Feel good? Like an hour ago, you were passed out on the couch.
I know I feel a little tired,
Yeah,
but I'll be fine once I get going.
yeah. A little pre-workout.
So good. So refreshing.
Andale. Did it.
Long.
What was your time? Let's see.
142. 29.
That's pretty good.
507 per kilometer.
How's the body feeling?
Like doo-doo.
Like doo-doo. It's like what you get for napping for like an hour before you come out here.
It's amazing to think that I'll be able to double that at a faster pace.
Yeah,
I guess that's what training's for.
yeah.
Better buckle down.
So you gotta run like...
Last time I ran a marathon, it was excruciatingly painful the last like 4 miles.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if I should train extra hard to try to avoid that, or if I should just embrace that that's gonna happen.
I think it's pretty unavoidable. You just hit a
I don't
wall.
think it, yeah, I think it is unavoidable. I think I just need to like brace for it.
Yeah,
Embrace and brace.
yeah.
So,
there anything that you feel like you can do nutrition-wise better this time?
Like, I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Like, not fat, just like weight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard because like I don't really have weight to lose,
Yeah.
you know? So I'm hoping with like increased running volume I'll naturally slim down a little bit. We'll
Yeah, I
see.
think you will.
But it's really hard to like be at a deficit and like keep up running volume and CrossFit and also like be able to pay attention at work and not be Mrs. Grumpy.
Miss Grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You driving home?
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best
Yeah.
idea. That's good. Max back squat tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I did 3 sets of 10 yesterday, like 70%, and that, like, it was feeling that in my legs a little.
Yeah.
It's not even that heavy, but
Yeah. Well, good work.
thanks.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Is Gatorade your like go-to?
Yeah, like after CrossFit training, I'll have like some protein powder and carb powder, like Nova 3 Labs or whatever. Nova 3 has like that carb powder,
Yeah.
highly branched cyclic dextrin, but I don't really like that for post running, so I go for just straight up Gatorade.
It's good.
There's like Cytomax, which is good, and then what's that other one, Glycofuse?
Yeah.
But Gatorade, I don't know, just nothing really beats it. I like this flavor and the Frost, like the white one.
Yeah.
So
It's good. It's refreshing.
it's so good. Remember that time after the half marathon when you had Cytomax?
Yeah.
And it tastes like the nectar of the gods.
I've never had anything better. All right, what are we eating?
Some sort of garbage Meredith made.
What?
Carnitas.
What
They
is
were
that?
done in the slow cooker. Pork. Something. Pork loin.
Pork shoulder.
Pork shoulder. Pepper. Coconut rice, which I made a while back, and some avocado.
Delicious. The carnitas are finished in a pan. You gotta include that detail.
Yeah, there's some onion and like pepper in there too.
Yeah. Are you hungry?
Sort of.
Is dinner your where does dinner rank on favorite meal of the day?
After first and second breakfast.
So it's like number 3,
Yeah.
but above lunch.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of lunch. It's a pain. It's like in the middle of the day and I don't know.
So like stop what you're doing to eat it.
Yeah, and it's hard to work around workouts.
Yeah.
If I could just take a pill for lunch, I would.
Seems like Ivy's having some dinner too. Hers doesn't look as good. Did you not like that pepper?
No,
I'm sad I missed that.
you cut it. There's some white stuff on it,
So?
so I just spit it out. Just throw it in yours.
Okay. You're like 12.
Yeah.
How does dinner compare on like a macro level, size-wise?
Probably fewer carbs than breakfast, more protein. Probably the same amount. It's like 30 or 40 grams of protein. All my meals are pretty well balanced and about the same amount of calories.
Yeah.
But like first and second breakfast add up to around like 900 calories, and then lunch varies. It's like 300 to 500, and then dinner tends to be 500 or 600, and then like various snacks.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty steady throughout the day.
Yeah. That's good. That's how it should be.
Yeah. And then I'll probably have a snack later if I'm feeling like it.
You'll feel like it. I said you'll feel like it.
Always do.
Do you always make your snack with a cat on your
Yeah,
shoulder?
she likes to help. Right, Boop? Right, Boop?
Okay. That's sanitary.
She's very clean.
Yes, she does clean herself often. All right, what's the snack?
Same as my first breakfast, but sometimes I use different rice cakes.
These are square.
Yeah, they're a little thinner. They don't hold as much nut butter and jam, so when I'm not as hungry, then I'll go with these.
So same amount as like morning time?
A little
Talk
less,
me through this.
A little less. It's like 5 to 6 grams per cake.
I don't know if I would call that a cake. I think they really should be called like rice, like wafers. You know?
Yeah, or you can't say cake. You always have to put the rice before it.
Yeah. But even rice cake is misleading. It sounds like it's going to be delicious, and it's really not.
No, it's really not. But if you do it upright, it can be.
What do you think a good alternative name for a rice cake is?
Rice, flat rice puff.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
I don't think
I couldn't handle it.
I don't think the companies are going to go for that.
Okay, and then we do a little jam.
Wow, that is a very small amount of jam.
No, I'll put more on.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. I spread my jam very thin.
Is that because the rice puff?
When you see
Flat.
Meredith's day of eating, just wait till you see her jam usage.
It's liberal.
It's insane. She uses like a quarter of the jam for one English muffin.
You're just jealous.
It's way too much jam. So whenever I have a bite, you'll see I have to like move some of the jam around. So it's optimal for me.
Nice shorts.
Thanks. They're like size large. I think my mom gave them to me
Yep.
years ago. Okay, and then I have a banana.
Would you always cut the tip off?
Yes.
Why do you hate the tip?
Let's see how close I can get to 30 grams.
Do you hate just the tip?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, 30 grams.
27.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. Okay.
Great.
And sometimes if I have a little banana left over, I do a little extra.
Is that off macros?
I usually account for it.
Okay. Voila.
Bon appetit. This is our current candy situation. So we got some gummies, some black licorice. Okay. These are like the new find. I have these like before workouts. I'll pop a couple if I'm kind of hungry but need a little something. And then these are delicious, but we also like them for other reasons.
Ah, yes. The nipple-shaped candy. This looks like a fun area in there.
Yeah, we got fudge brownie M&Ms. I'll have like 1 or 2 after lunch. M&Ms. Regular licorice. And some more gummies. That don't look like nipples. Well, maybe, depending on what your nipple looks like. We treated ourselves to some chocolates. And each night, we split one. Meredith chooses tonight because I chose last night.
I want the one with the Canadian, the maple flag, maple
And
leaf.
what we do, brown butter maple caramel.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And then I usually do the cutting. And then I also take the larger half.
Why are you cutting it with a butter knife today?
Let that soften up.
We're gonna let that sit. Meanwhile, Ivy would like a snack, so maybe you could accommodate that.
Okay, come on, Snooks. She gets something extra delicious for a nighttime snack. These smell like you made shrimp one night and you put them put leftovers in the refrigerator and left them for 2 weeks.
Well, you didn't even tell everybody what they were.
They're dried shrimp.
Freeze-dried shrimp.
Yeah. She loves them.
All right, let's eat.
Do I say goodbye?
Yeah.
Goodbye.